Welcome to another garden tour. I'm going to do a little bit of a different format this time. Instead of walking you around the garden, I'm going to show you a couple clips and do a little voiceover. So, we're going to start with what we saw from the previous video, which is this colony of bees that I just rescued. So the bottom box is all brood and larvae. The middle box and the next box up are all honey, with the top box there being honey in a feeder. And then as we head into the actual garden, you can see the peas here. They just keep on going. This fence is 8 feet tall, a little over 8 feet tall from this side, and the peas are going right off the top, which is a wonderful thing. I'm enjoying eating them. But then over here we've got the pond. Let's take a peek at that waterfall and just enjoy it for a moment. Now let's go searching in here. We've got a number of types of squashes going around the garden. So here's one. It's just hiding behind the grass here. And then it'll be really nice to enjoy these. These are going to be good right through the winter. And we've got these lovely flowers. These are Roman chamomile, and then up above them we've got our straw flowers, and we've got some zinnias and all sorts of beautiful things, and those beautiful purple corn. I'm really looking forward to seeing what those taste like in the end. Now take a peek at this tree. This is the dwarf sour cherry that I planted this year. It was only about 15 inches tall, so it was fairly small when it got planted, and as you can see it's grown a lot this year. What a treat. Also, the sun is getting low, which is beautiful, although I wish it wasn't so low so early in the day. The summer is coming to an end. It's the mixed blessing with all the bounty of the harvest and the growth, but the days start shortening. And then we've got the garlic in here. So the garlic is drying up, which means it's going to be ready to harvest soon. This was a complete experiment. I'm going to show you how this turned out later, but these were planted in the spring instead of in the fall, which is when we would normally plant garlic. Now take a wander through the tomatoes, looking at the different tomatoes that are growing there. Now let's take a look at all of the tomatoes that are on this plant. This is a yellow plum or yellow pear tomato, and they are a really nice tomato just for eating out of hand when you're in the garden. And as you can see, I'm going to be doing a lot of eating because all of what you're seeing here plus more is just from one plant. And I actually have quite a few of these planted, so this is going to add up quite quickly. I'm going to be eating a lot of tomatoes. But then take a peek at this next tomato. So this one is Berkeley tie-dye. It's another heirloom variety. All the tomatoes that I'm growing are heirloom varieties and open pollinated, which means you can collect seeds and grow your own. But look at the beautiful coloring on this. So you can see why it has the name tie-dye. Let's take a peek at one that's not quite ripe yet. You can see that showing up in the green tomatoes as well. Now we've got a few more types of tomatoes in here. You can see the size of some of these. Some of them are massive, some of them are cherry tomatoes. It's just a nice mix. And we can see the asparagus. So this is asparagus that was started from seed last year, and as you can see it's thickening up, it's ferned out, it's building up its stores, it's getting thicker, it's building those roots. And then we go into the nursery bed. We've got these pears, which are growing up nicely. And then on the other side of this nursery bed, there's the Antonovka apples, which are also seedlings. They grow pretty true to seed, which is a rare thing for apples. And behind them we have these sea berries, also called sea buckthorn. They're not actually part of the buckthorn, but behind them is the grapes. These are cuttings from a grape variety that is growing at my parents' place. And let's just relax a little more and listen to the water.